Hello, Cinemotion. My name's Danny Boyle. I'm the director of Steve Jobs.
So, Danny, why did you decide to do a biopic about Steve Jobs?
It's not a biopic. Not a biopic. It's not. Biopics tend to be cradle to grave. They take a long, long section of somebody's life, usually involving their early childhood and usually ending up with their passing away. What was wonderful about this is it took 3 episodes, very similar episodes, of an event that this man, he revolutionised like half a dozen industries. One of the ones he revolutionised was launches, product launches. And so it takes 3 of those product launches, 1984, 88 and 98. And it hones in on the 40 minutes before he walks out on stage of each of those launches, and that's the film. And it gives you a laser-like intensity looking at him, putting him under the spotlight. The good things about him, the terrible things about him, his achievements and his failings. And it zeroes in on those through, and then it shows a progression as he moves towards some understanding of his shortcomings. That as the world begins to appreciate his genius, he begins to understand his shortcomings, and they're to do with his relationship with his child, Lisa. And he learns that he has made beautiful products, which we all know and can agree on, but that he is himself poorly made in a personal sense, and he achieves some kind of redemption because of that self-knowledge.
And why did you decide to take Michael Fassbender for this role?
There's not many actors, I think, could do that part, and he's one of the few. He is as uncompromising an actor as I've ever met, and I think Jobs would recognise that quality in him. He is ferociously determined to do it in an uncompromising manner. And he's uncompromising about going about that process as well. So he's very demanding to work with, lovely to work with, but very demanding on himself and on everyone else. And everybody raised their game because of it. He has a sense of humour, thank God. He understands how to get the wit out of it, out of Sorkin's writing, because it would be unbearable without it, I think. And he has a grace about him, actually. Is a fineness about him that is lets you achieve some kind of harmony at the end of the film. Because before that, you've seen some appalling behaviour by him, some very deceitful behaviour, very cunning, and he's been through a whole gamut of behavioural traits, and he finally arrives at some kind of grace at the end.
That's it. I just seem to realise what the film was about only by the very end of it. It's like just like hits you.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's really about fathers and daughters, really, is actually what it is. When you get away from all the achievements and all the geek stuff and all the products and everything like that, it's really about his relationship with all these people. It's very simple. It's like any life. It's really about, you're defined really by your relationship with other people, really. And you work through these, and they all arrive at a different kind of wisdom by the end of the film.
Yeah, the most of the film was done indoors. Was there any risk that it might feel a little bit claustrophobic? What did you do to avoid this?
That's one of the huge challenges of it, I think, is that it is suffocating. The script, it was just genius, but suffocating. What you have to do is somehow liberate it from its confines. You don't damage it. It is confined because it's just literally a few minutes before he walks out on stage. But you can use that as a liberation, really, to let the actors feel a tremendous confidence in what they're doing because they know where they are. They know that the scene is theirs. It's not all chopped every 1 minute between different scenes, and the way they accumulate is something they can't quite control. They're in control of the scene because the scenes play out. They're 4 or 5 minutes takes of the scene. So it gives them tremendous confidence, I think. And that made me, I love small spaces anyway, because I like to make them feel like big spaces. It's just the thing I have.